Well, hello there, Santa and Mrs. Claus. Welcome back to Gaylord Opryland. Sneaking in a break before the big day?
Just finished checking the list again and thought we could take the weekend off.
I need a break, and he's up for some good old-fashioned fun.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Ice tubing, ice skating, and ice featuring the Polar Express. Here we come.
Experience it all on a vacation even Santa would love. Buy tickets and packages at Christmas at GaylordOpryland.com.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. If I sound a little different, it's probably because I'm a little sick. And, yeah, I just don't understand why. It's like, it's New Year's Eve. Like, one would think, like, you would want to start the new year off in, like, good health. But I don't. I really hate being sick. Like, it's one thing that about the human body. I'm like, man, like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I don't want to go against God and what he has created, but I'm like, bro, you could have just left that. You could have just left that out of the story of the human race, because I'm like, I just don't like it. I feel so uncomfortable. I don't accomplish anything. Like, I sat there and I told myself, I even told other people, I'm gonna wake up today, all right? I'm gonna like record a bunch of videos early in the morning. And then, probably record some in the afternoon. But I sat there and got distracted. Didn't even record anything. So, yeah, pretty much just a day off. And it was a day wasted. Like, I didn't record at all today. And I'm like, I'm mad at myself for that. Now that, like, that shows, like, I really got to go in next year. Like, I got to record and upload a bunch of stuff. Because I haven't uploaded any videos. I haven't worked on any videos. I haven't done nothing today YouTube related, and I'm like, that is just beyond messed up. I think after this, like, I need to get some videos uploaded. I need to upload like a few videos actually, and just start this year off right. Start 2020 off right. Start it off being motivated. What else? Yeah, start the year off right and stuff. But anyways, I think this episode, I'm just gonna go over just this whole decade, all the things that had happened to me and stuff, because it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. Just in these 10 years, I mean, dang, like, wow, I've done a lot. Like, starting off with 2010, I wouldn't necessarily call it graduating from middle school, but yeah, I made it through middle school. Then, also 2010 started high school and stuff. So in 1 year, I would say that I accomplished something there. Like, you know, a lot of people, you hear them, like, I don't know, I never really hear people drop out of middle school, but high school definitely. But no, like, freaking middle school, 8th grade year middle school, it was cool. I have to say, the only thing that I really did like about middle school was the very last thing that I did there, which was the 8th grade celebration. The 8th grade celebration was probably the most lit event that I have ever been to in my whole life. Other than that, I'm like, people, like, nowadays, people, they get drunk, they don't even be having fun, they be passed out in places, you be getting hurt, drunk drivers and crazy people are all over the place. Like, when you did stuff as a kid, it was seriously the best thing ever. Nowadays, like, it just requires too much. It requires way too much energy to be doing stuff. That's why I'm like, when you were a kid and you had the energy for that stuff, it was fun. I don't care what anybody says. Like, partying when you were a kid is a lot better than partying when you're like an adult. Because when you're an adult, like, you don't know what happened. Like, there's so much that goes down. I'm like, man, like I remember I think that's why I had bought my, I didn't buy it, my parents bought it. I bought my first suit because it was an 8th grade celebration, so it was like dress formal. And I remember I was wearing a full-on suit to my 8th grade celebration. I was like, and also that same year I remember I got some awards too. I got like some like classroom awards. I got an award from Barack Obama. What else? It was an award and a letter. I was like, that was pretty dope. I still got that stuff too. That's something I ain't gonna get rid of. I'm like, no, I ain't got an award from President Obama. Like, come on, man. Like, that don't. I mean, a bunch of kids got that award, but no, it was funny. I remember that day too, cause I remember, I didn't go to, cause it was like some like academic award thing, and I remember I only got like one award my 6th grade year. And then I didn't get anything my 7th grade year, so I'm like, yeah, all the crazy things I did, I know I had made every single teacher in my classroom upset. Yeah, I know I'm not getting any award. There's probably one teacher, Mr. Steele. He was my woodshop teacher. He was pretty dope. He'd probably be the only person that would give me an award. But he doesn't even seem like he's into that stuff, so he probably doesn't even care. But anyways, yeah, freaking, I remember he gave us like a fat math book. I wonder if I don't think I still have that math book. That math book was huge. I mean, dang, you learned everything in that math book. Like, I should go up there and be like, yo, what was your guys' math? They might have changed it since then, but I'm like, yo, them math books, them was like dictionaries, bro. Those was like Bibles. Like, them things was like, it was thick. Them math books was huge. I'm like, we ain't even gonna learn all of this stuff. We seriously would have to do this stuff every single day throughout the rest of my school life. I'm like, them math books was way too big. So, anyways, but no, I remember I came back I went out of the classroom and I came back, and then that's when they had like called up on the announcer thing, like, can these students come to the office because you have awards that wasn't that you like didn't pick up while you were there and stuff. And so my friends, they were like, there was a few friends in the classroom, they was just like, oh yeah, Tyler, they called your name like all these different times and stuff. I'm like, what? Nah, get out of here. I'm like, no, they didn't. And so I go up there, man. I had like 4 different awards. I had like an improved behavior award. I think I had a math award. What other awards I had? Because I have them like, I remember I put them on my door. I had a math award. That had the Obama award, improved behavior, and language arts. Those were the awards that I had got. And then then I got a letter from Obama. I think that was the only thing that I really did care about. I was just like, all them other awards I don't really care about. Oh yeah, then I got like a PA award, and that was so it was the PA award, and then the Obama award. Yeah, I was racking it up. That was my best. I would say that was my best year ever in school, in my school history at least. But other than that, yeah. High school came around. I remember, yeah, so that was like 2010, 2011. High school came around. I don't know, like, I wouldn't say that necessarily. My freshman year of high school, I almost got expelled because fooling around with this teacher. She was trying to take my phone. The last minute in class was trying to take my phone. And I remember she like elbowed me or was like pushing me in the classroom and keeping me from leaving and things over a phone. And I'm like, explaining to you guys what happened. So anyways, she had this no cell phone policy. So the phone that I had was this old cheap generic like $30 phone, but it was one of my favorite phones because I was like, I really did like that phone. But anyways, so cheap generic phone. This buttons on there was bulky. So if you had it in these like, and at the time, like every kid in the world was wearing skinny jeans. All right, when the what was those guys, New Boys, and they came out with that song "You're a Jerk," and they were wearing this skinny tight jeans. Yeah, I had like 3-4 pairs of skinny jeans. Well, actually, nah. I think I only had one, but I remember I wore them that day. I think it was like throughout the time I had like some like more skinny jeans and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, of course, like you know, like them tight pockets, like buttons is gonna be getting pressed. So anyways, I remember it had like pressed a button and I felt my phone like vibrating and things. So I went, pulled it out to turn it off, put it back in my pocket. She talked about Tyler, no phones in class. Give me your phone. I'm like, I didn't even have my phone out that long. I was turning it off. She like, I don't care. You had it out in class. The last 2 minutes. No, this is something that you just can't forget because that teacher, she was really trying to like make me seem like that I was in the wrong. Like I didn't even do anything. So honestly, I think nowadays I'm like, no, I think I'd like, no, you're gonna have to like call the principal or somebody because it's like, yeah, the rule does say that no phones out in class. You wasn't teaching. You like, yeah, it was like we were all sitting here waiting for the bell to ring. I will show you guys what kind of phone that I'm working with here, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, nowadays I would just wait. I'm like, because I know I was right. So it's like, therefore, I'm like, you can't tell me like anything differently. So yeah, I probably should have like, back then I should have waited. But then I was trying to leave the class and then she was like pushing me in the classroom, elbow me and all that stuff. So I pushed her back and was just like, get your hands off me. And then she was just like, you put your hands on me, I'm going to get you expelled. So I went, I think I threw the phone across the class and I walked out. I was like, I think I said like, here, go pick the phone up. Then I walked to my other class and she was just like, oh, Tyler's a little hostile and upset right now. I'm like, yeah, because you're over here trying to take people's phones like last minute of class and stuff. Like, no, I'm not with that. So I'm like, if there's a reason, if I was like on my phone in the middle of class while you were teaching, then take my phone. But if you're not teaching, you're over at your desk doing whatever, there's no reason for you to take a kid's phone. So I remember another teacher tried doing that. And I'm all like, no. Now this time I'm like, no, because you guys got 2 doors in this classroom, so you better try to choose a door that you're gonna block, because it best believe I'm going out the other door. Yeah, she was trying to take my phone last minute of class. I'm like, oh, the other teacher must have told her what my thing is about phones. So yeah, as soon as that bell rang, I hurry up and ran out that class. She was trying to call for me. I was gone. I'm like, go ahead, give me the attention when I come to school tomorrow, whenever the day it was. But yeah, I'm like, I'm not giving you my phone. The last minute of class when we're not doing anything. And I'm like, yeah, them teachers was weird about phones, and most likely had phones in their drawers or pockets or purses, wherever they had their phones and stuff. They had phones on them, and most likely was using them during school hours and stuff when they should be teaching students. So therefore, I'm not hearing that whole phone stuff. But anyway, yeah, when I have a kid and he that teacher starts tripping about phones and things, I'm like, okay, question. If he was like, all right, so if he was using the phone in the middle of class, okay, then he is in the wrong. But if it's like 1 minute, 2 minutes before the bell rings and his phone is out, what are you teaching in those last 2 minutes? Like, I can understand if you are one of those teachers that teaches until the last minute, but if them kids is packed up waiting for the bell to ring, what are you teaching? What are you saying to them during that time? Because I honestly think that you're not even teaching at that time when the bell's just about to ring and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, I can't wait to have kids, because I'm like, best believe, I'm like, I'm gonna be that parent where it's like that you don't want me at parent teachers conferences, because I already know what them teachers be trying to do and stuff. So anyways, I'm like, as long as my kid is passing this class, all that stuff, I don't care what jokes he cracks, I don't care what he's doing. If he's doing his work and passing and getting like on the like track of graduating, it's all that matters. I don't care what else he does. So anyways, but yeah, it was that. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, I went to my first homecoming after, because after that I stopped going to them school dances, because it was like in I think maybe because I was dancing too much. High school, I was like, because I remember in middle school they gave us free candy during the dances and stuff. So I was always at the back table just eating candy. I'm like, forget. I think it was my 8th grade celebration. I remember I danced a little bit. Homecoming, yeah, I was like, I think pretty much that whole time I was dancing, but I was like, it was too hot. Like it was just like they had the heater on and things. I had to go outside. I remember I went outside because it was cold and things. I lifted my shirt up and I just put my whole like just chest and stomach against the wall, because I was like, that was the only way I can cool myself down. And I'm like, no, you guys got it way too hot off up in there and things. So I'm like, that's too much. But I'm like, that freaking homecoming, bro, that was the most cramped at least in high school or in middle school, the dances there, like you can walk through and stuff and get to areas that you need to get to. If something were to go down, like, oh, you would get trampled. You would seriously get trampled. Like, definitely when you go to high school, it's going to be a lot of students. Like, if you have not been to high school yet, like you're in middle school, I don't know. I don't know who be listening to my podcast and things, but that when you do go to high school, it's going to be a lot of students, all right? So just always my advice to you when you get to high school, always be next to the doors. So just in case you need to get up out of there, you can hurry up and get up out of there and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I went to my first homecoming. It was fun. Besides, like, pretty much sweating in my suit and things. Then that suit, it got too small. I was like, I don't even know how. It was like, it took me a year. Not even that, like, a few months. And I'm over here, like, in this suit, like, I can barely even fit in and things. And so, yeah, the jacket was already getting small. I'm like, bro, how I grow in a few months. Like, I don't even understand that. I do not understand that behavior at all. So, anyways, yeah, freshman year was okay. Sophomore year, which was from 2011 to 2012, it was, I don't really remember too much of sophomore year. No, I don't really remember anything at all from sophomore year. Junior year, I don't really remember too much of junior year too. Senior year, I think, because, yeah, I was so ready to graduate and stuff. I was like, I think I remember a little bit of senior year. I definitely remember my graduation. But no, talking about senior year, I had to say, like, because I was like, I had to do, like, some credit retrieval. So my junior year and my senior year, I had to go to credit retrievals because I was, like, either like 0.5 or a credit short, so I had to like I had to either go to 1 or 2 classes and things. Man, that was so frustrating. I remember I was looking at an old Facebook post, and I guess like there was one day I was there from 8 to 4. Like now I did like 8 to 4 to me is just a regular work day. I'm like, I could do it 8 to 4 now, but back then I'm like, when school was like from 8 to like 7 something, or 8 to 7. If it was like that, I'm like, I probably wouldn't have been going to school. I'm like, no, that's just too long. What are we learning from 8 to 7 o'clock? But no, it's like from 8 to 2, 8 to 2 or 8 to 3 and things. So actually, no, now thinking about it, no, that was like a work day. That's like today for me and things, because no, at work I pretty much clock in around 8 o'clock. I leave around 3 o'clock. I don't know why it seemed like it was just so much longer, like, back then and stuff. But, anyways, credit retrieval, that was just horrible. I hated credit retrieval. I hated the fact that it was, my senior year. My senior year, they decided that they were going to have credit retrieval during winter vacation. So, I'm like, okay, if it was the weekends, alright, no problem, chill. I don't mind doing that. But you guys are going to have credit retrieval right after Christmas. And I remember, like, that year, I got a laptop, and I'm like, bro, why would you guys, like, I wanted to use my laptop and things. I need more time. I'm like, I need more time to use my laptop. This is my first ever laptop to own for myself and things. I need more time. So, yeah, I was like, I hated the fact that they had credit retrieval. There was, like, I ain't gonna call out any names, but there was, like, friends of mine, they were telling me that they were, like half, like so pretty much the amount of credits that they should have been having, they had half that. So like we needed probably like 25-30 credits when I was in school and things. I don't know how it is now. It might be more, it might be less, but anyways, yeah, there was like friends of mine saying that they only had like 11 to 14 credits. I'm like, what? Like, see, that's why I'm like, that whole credit thing in freaking schools and like in high school, that thing is stupid. That is just pure stupidness. I'm like, I don't even understand the whole reason for that. I'm like, honestly, there's no reason for it at all, really. I'm like, if there's like passing classes, because I'm like, and half that stuff, like the only reason why you be needing the credits is because it's like classes that you're not going to need when you're out of school, like science. Like really, it's those classes where like that it's not going to require like any like work unless you go in that field. Them classes shouldn't even be giving out credits, like math, writing, all that stuff. Like those should be the classes that's like giving out credits and stuff. But all them other classes, no. The one teacher, I remember the health teacher, she was like being stingy with her credits. I remember I go in there, she asked me, can you put a blood pressure cuff on me? So I did the best that I could. And she's like looking at me like, are you serious? Like you don't know how to put a blood pressure cuff on anybody? And I'm thinking in my head, like, 90% of this school, of the world, most likely don't know how to use a blood pressure cuff. Like, there's people that probably lived and died and never put on a blood pressure cuff on anybody. So why is that such a big deal? And so, yeah, she said that to me, and she was just like, you're not going to graduate if you don't know how to use a blood pressure cuff. And in my head, I'm like, yo, she's a teacher. Like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, I don't want to be here any longer. Like, I say, can you just give me some packets and I'll do those? But I'm not going to go back home and tell my parents that I didn't graduate high school because I didn't know how to use a blood pressure cuff. No, you know what? Actually, no. I would have told them that, told them your name and everything. And I'm like, you explain to them what you just told me and things. Like, explain to them. That teacher was crazy. I think I've talked about her before. She was the teacher where you failed the test. She would have the kids that failed the test walk out the classroom, like sit out there for a while. Then the kids that did pass the test, she'll have the kids fail the test, walk back in, and then the kids that passed would clap for the kids that failed. I'm like, what is this? How is this teaching me anything? It's like, man, I see. Because I think I was like, I was in that state where I was like, okay, I just want to graduate. These teachers do any crazy stuff, I'm not going to say anything about it. But in this day and age, no, I definitely would have said something. If I have a kid and they tell me that some teacher that embarrassed them in the middle of the class, I'm going up there, regardless of like what I don't care, like what, if my kid felt embarrassed by this teacher, I'm going up there, I'm like, yo, why is my kid feeling like this? All you have to do is teach them, wait for the bell to ring, and then teach another classroom of kids. But if you over here embarrassing students and things, why are you a teacher? Like, say, if my kid, if he come home crying because of a teacher, I'm going to have that teacher crying. Most likely fired. And I'm like, that's just not going to slide. You having my kid, like, feeling embarrassed, crying, or all that stuff. Because I'm like, this is why kids be going crazy on people nowadays, because it's people like them. So I'm like, I hope that teacher, she's still working. I'm like, man, she said she was like a freaking medic or something like that. I'm like, you stay in that field, but you being a teacher, I'm like, no, you don't need to be a teacher anymore. Like, that teacher was crazy. But anyways, no, I did graduate. I graduated on time and stuff. I got everything all situated. That's how I figured out I was graduating, because we were doing like a rehearsal thing for our graduation. Yeah, it's like so bogus. Like, they should have just had it where they called our names and then we walked out and grabbed our diploma. But no, they had us do like a graduation ceremony, or like a practice graduation ceremony. So I remember when we got there, they said they had us go to our gym, and they were all like, so if you are graduating, then your names are going to be on these white cards, but if you're not graduating, your names are going to be on these blue cards. Scared me, because I'm like, yo, I just hope and I pray that my name is not on this blue card. So I hurry up and ran to the white table, seen my name, and I'm like, yes, that is what I'm talking about. And so, yeah, did that, and then right after that, me and my good friend Ryan, we went over to freaking McDonald's. I'm surprised that I still remember this stuff. I remember we went to McDonald's and we started talking about it, like, dang, bro, we're gonna be really graduating here soon. Like, what is up with that, man? Like, that's some crazy stuff. Like, we got to thinking about it. It was like, dang, like, I've known him since I was 10 years old and stuff. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, I've known him since I was 10. And then to, like, get all the way to we're, like, 17, 18 years old, we're this close to graduating and stuff. It's like, wow, that's insane. That's serious. I'm like, it's insane. I'm like, I never would have sat down and, like, sitting down thinking about it. I'm like, that's wild. I'm like, that's wild. And so, anyways, graduation came 2014. Yeah, freaking, that was. I think I was like talking about it a little bit in my podcast yesterday and stuff. I was like, if somebody did like a movie on me and things, I talked about my graduation, but no, it was pretty chill. Graduation was chill and stuff. There was like a lot of my friends. They finally seen my parents. Seen their parents. My parents, because it was once again my good friend Ryan, pretty much my brother and stuff. But our parents had met for the first time and things. I was like, it's just wild when you see stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I was just like, it was just crazy, like sitting down thinking about it and things. I think that just recently. No, I was like scrolling through my phone and seeing like some old graduation photos that I had took, but yeah, I was like, it was just wild, like graduating and stuff. And then right after that, went over to Ryan's house, freaking had ice cream and cake, met his family, his uncles. They scared the life out of me because I'm like, yo, these guys aren't like small like me. Like, no, these guys are straight. Like, I was just all like, look, I'm gonna get on their good side. I'm not gonna say anything that's like going to upset them, because I remember there was like a mutual friend of ours that got there, and he started like acting like he was just, I don't know, I wouldn't really say he was getting smart with the uncle, but he did say some things that had made the uncle upset, and we were just all like, we aren't like going to say anything to this man. Like, if he don't like you, he don't like you. I didn't even really know the dude that much. I was like, I just seen him around, so I'm like, yo, that's on you, bro. Like that's all on you. I'm not getting in the middle of this because I'm like, yo, they welcomed me in here with ice cream and cake, so I can't be mad at these guys. Like they gave me food, so I was like, therefore I'm like, there's no reason. I mean, even if they didn't give me food, there had been no reason to be mad at them. I'm like, yo, these guys, they're all like Islander and Samoan and stuff. I'm like Guamanian and Samoan. I'm like, I'm not, no. I'm a skinny black kid. I'm like, I'm not doing that to myself. So anyways, that's a fight that I'm just gonna have to take an L in, because I'm like, I'm not doing that. So anyways, yeah, it was that. And then 2015, I started making gaming videos, or I started taking YouTube serious and stuff. I was like, that was wild. I was like, man, that's just crazy. And it's like I halfway through the decade and then just really just started going crazy. Dang, I've been like, man, it doesn't even seem like it's been like 5 years since I started making YouTube videos. I mean, or it doesn't even seem like it's been 10 years since I started making YouTube videos when I was like 13 years old. It was right after I had got out of middle school and stuff. It was like, dang, man, that's wild. That's wild. Because no, I had created my main YouTube channel, TMossBoss, a week before my 14th birthday. So, man, that is crazy. That is some crazy stuff. Wow. And then 2015, and that's when I created my gaming channel. Dang. That is, wow. That's just crazy, man. Like, that's seriously so crazy. Man. That's, wow. It's just like you sit down and think about it. It's like, where did the time go? Like, it doesn't even seem like it's been that long, but it has. Like, it has been that long. So, yeah, 2015, I remember I created my gaming channel, posting like freaking 20 videos a day on that. And then I started making reaction videos, started posting 20 videos. Like, I was posting like at least like 7 to 20 videos a day and things. Well, 7 videos, but like on each channel and stuff, because I was really only into like them 2 channels, and then years later end up creating 9 more channels and stuff. But 2016, I got my job working downtown. And that was wild. Like, I was like, that's what I was thinking about doing, because I was like, there's the one employee there that we kind of had like bad blood. We didn't really get along. I was thinking about like, I don't know, messaging her and just about like, hey, like, I know, like, I don't know, just overall like apologize. Like, hey, I apologize for saying the things I said and doing the things that I did. That's overall not me and who I am. I am a nice and caring person. But most likely she wouldn't care, might block me and things. I don't know. Maybe next year, maybe 2020 when it starts, just try to be a much more positive person and things. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that was wild. Cause no, it was like, that's my first. It was the job that I'm a cashier at this cafe. I've never been a cashier before. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why schools should teach you that type of stuff, so when you do get in these fields and things, you're not going in there clueless. But I went in there clueless. And then the machine that they had, it's like this dinosaur machine. It ain't like these scanning machines that they got in every other store. No, it's this dinosaur machine that they got. And I'm over here trying to like figure it out and use it, remember things. Yo, they like trying to like tell me 100 different things in one day, or like, I'm like, man, this is too much. So then I tried to get the hang of everything, and then she was getting mad at me about it, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? Like, I am new to this. I think y'all are forgetting that and stuff. So, I think I remember I made a video because somebody, it was a fan of mine. They had asked me like, how's work, or how's this new job going? And I was like, it's going good, but I'm like, the freaking girl there got an attitude towards me and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what I did to her. I'm like, I said she has like an attitude problem, or she's just like angry for no reason, bipolar. I don't know what I said. I don't really remember what I said about her, but I know I did say something about her and stuff. But that's what I think I had said in the video, because I wasn't even expecting her to watch the video and stuff, but she seen it, and I think I was like, that's what I said. I was like, everybody else there is cool except her. Like, she just got like a straight up attitude problem. So that, I guess, like really stirred the pot between us. And yeah, she just overall hated my guts from there on out. And yeah, but she was like, I'm like, look, all right. The thing is, I'm like, if somebody, because ever since then when like somebody comes in here, or like they like come in to work for us and things that they don't know what they're doing. I don't like get mad at them. I don't like go off on them or like tell them just like go away, go do something and things. But when you're doing that to a person, how do you expect them to like react to you and things? Like, what do you expect them to say about you? I'm not going to say that you're a nice person, and I overall feel like you're just giving me an attitude 24/7 and things, and so I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, no, I'm not with that. I'm like, I've done absolutely nothing to you, so therefore you being mad at me for this being my first time ever getting into this, like type of work and stuff, like, I ain't had no cashier job before this, so I think I told everybody that too. This is my first time being in the cashier position and things, so I'm like, yeah, that girl, she had an attitude towards me for no reason. But I'm like, no, it's like if I don't know, if she ever does hear this, then yeah, I apologize. I shouldn't have said the things I said. I should have just ignored it. But that's the thing though. I'm like, there's times where I'm like, the nice caring me just kind of takes a vacation, and then the angry and I don't really care what anybody has to think me takes place. And yeah, I just become a different person and stuff. So I don't know. Since then, I'm like, now I think I tried to work on like, people giving me an attitude. I just ignore them. There's customers there that kind of act like that. And I'm like, man, I don't even know what I did to where you have to have an attitude. Like, I just don't understand why people be having attitudes and stuff. I'm like, man, be happy. Freaking read Green Eggs and Ham or like some Dr. Seuss book. Do something. Just be happy and things. Like, people ain't got time for all of that. But anyways, then 2017, back to 2016. I had to say, because I experienced a lot that year. I mean, it was like with YouTube, and then I experienced kind of like my first like major, like two major deaths. There's two major deaths. It was my grandfather, and then it was a good friend of mine. He actually, 3 years ago today, he died. He was shot and killed at a party. And I think the backstory on that, he was like, some guys was trying to rob him. He overall put up a fight, and then they shot him. And I was like, bro, that's wild. I'm like, and this was somebody that was like, I invited him over to my house. Like, we were in my backyard having like these like stage like wrestling matches and stuff like this. Like, no, me and him, like, he was the like one and only. Well, actually, no, there was him, and then there was this other kid, but no, we were like, me and him was like big wrestling fans. So that's why I was just like, it was just like wild to hear him like passing the things. I think I had just seen him like a few weeks prior before that. He was telling me how he was gonna like, I think he said he was either gonna like enlist in the Marines or he was gonna be a cop. No, I think he was gonna enlist in the Marines because he was like doing the cop stuff for a little bit. Or I think he was like going through a training. And he was telling me how he was gonna do that, and then it was like New Year's Eve. I think it was. I don't know. I don't really remember. It was like posted that morning, but it was definitely like in the afternoon. I think it happened that morning. He got shot that morning, and I didn't see it until like the afternoon and stuff. And so I was like, that was just. It was crazy and things, but I was like, I seen that, and I was like, man, that's just, it's something like that. Even though like my grandfather had passed, because that took me back, because I wasn't expecting that. My dad texted me in the like late at night and things, saying like, hey, Papa passed away, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second, like, hold up. And then like going to his funeral and stuff, I was like, it was just, that's a sight to see, man. I'm like, it's seriously a sight to see. I was like, that's something I wasn't really expecting and things. You don't really think of that type of stuff. And then when it happens and you're like, whoa, like, that's not normal. Like, it's like just stuff that you don't expect. It's stuff that you don't think is going to happen. And then when it does, and it's like, wow, it's wild. And then with my friend, because it was like me and him, we were like, yeah, I think he was like a year older than me, but I was just like, somebody like such a young age and stuff. That I'm like, that's like very close to home and things for me at least, because I'm like, that's something I didn't really expect. And then a few months after that, then my other grandfather, he passed, and this was like getting into 2017, and then 2018, I don't know. I wouldn't really say. It was my cousin. My cousin, he passed, And then it was just seemed like after then it was just like kind of like 2018, 2019. It was like musicians that I was listening to, they were passing away and stuff. I'm like, it's wild. It's seriously wild when a person passes away in your life. But no, going back to 2016, because it was like I said, a lot had happened that year. That's when this hate train had started on YouTube. So yeah. So anyways, there's this guy named Just a Robot. And for those that are new to my podcast, you don't really know and stuff about the whole situation. But anyways, he has like this hatred for these videos that I do. He hates the fact that I do reaction videos. So he did like a few videos on me, like attacking me for it and stuff. And me, I'm like, I was just like sweating it off. I'm like, okay, like you just hate videos. Like you hate these videos. Like, all right, oh well. It's like many people are doing these videos. Ain't gonna be like nobody gonna put a stop to it and stuff. And then, of course, he's, like, having his fans, like, jump in and things. I'm like, man, you guys are seriously some sad people. I'm, like, attacking people for making YouTube videos, and these guys ain't reacting to your videos. So that's even makes the situation even more dumb. You're over here attacking people over some videos, and it's like, you name one person besides me that's done reacted to your videos. Guaranteed ain't not one person reacted to your videos. So you getting on people that make reaction videos is just silly. And so it was like, yeah, December 2016 came around, and I think, yeah, because I was dealing with this racist YouTuber, right? All right, so like rewind to 2015, I got into this beef with a racist YouTuber. He made this video about why he hates white people. I overall just pretty much like was one of the people that ended that whole man's like YouTube career. So yeah, he barely has anything going for himself now. But fast forwarding to 2016, it was him and one of his fans, I guess, was trying to make a comeback, or he was trying to make a comeback, and was trying to get one of these fans to make a bunch of videos about me. So yeah, they're like making these videos about me, like messaging me all across. So he was messaging me all across social media, and then the other guy, we were just kind of like arguing a little bit, but they were trying to like start a rumor that I was adopted. And I'm thinking in my head, like, where does that even come from? Like, I don't even, like, okay, like, I don't show my parents on, like, social media or, like, YouTube or anything, but that doesn't mean that I'm adopted. Like, where does that even come from? So he was going around saying that, and we got into an argument, and then there's Just a Robot guy. He decides, oh, I'm going to put my 2 cents in and try to give him some advice and try to help him out and things. I'm like, bro, I don't need your help. Like, understand the people that I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with some racist YouTubers. Like, do you really think I'm going to lose this fight? Like, I just don't understand. Like, why are you even, like, talking to me right now? What does this beef have anything to do with you? So, yeah, he overall was just trying to, like, push his presence on me. And I'm like, bro, I really don't need you with, like, helping me with YouTube at all. And then that's what one of the things he was just like, oh, I'll, like, make a deal with you, like, I give you advice and all this stuff on YouTube, and then it's like, I think he overall, pretty much, I think he wanted me to, like, help him out with videos. And I think it was like, I did see some of the videos he was uploading at the time. He was talking about this racist guy that I was dealing with and things, and so I'm like, bro, I see what you're trying to do. I'm not going to help you on any videos. And then he, like, threw a fit in my comment sections. Like, you know a person's yelling at you when they're typing in all caps. So yeah, his like next couple of comments was like in all caps. So I had made a video talking about it. He pretty much just exposed him for like being like the person that he is. Like, oh, it feels like he doesn't get anything his way, he's just gonna throw a little fit in his comment sections. And the little fans that he has, they pretty much like since then have been like just rating my videos with dislikes. That's why I'm like, some of the channels I've created, I haven't really like came out and promoted them on my main channel to like let my fans know like, hey, I got a new channel that I created. Because I'm like, no, these guys are just going to like wrongfully dislike the video for no reason. And they're over here trying to say it's like, oh, it's to help you, it's to do this and do that. But overall, I'm like, okay, do you know how many people out there that really need help on YouTube? I do not need any help on YouTube. Like, let me make my mistakes. Let me do what I want to do on YouTube. That's why I'm like, people like that, I'm like, no, like, you guys are haters. Like, that's why you've been on my channel for 3 years now. 3 years. Yeah, it's like at some point, I don't know when I had when these videos had got uploaded between us, because no, when I had came out and exposed him on that video, then he came out and played victim and was just like, oh, I was just trying to help showed like half the comments that not even half, like he showed maybe a few of the comments that he had left. He didn't show that whole conversation and things, but yeah, I was like, I don't know if I showed the whole conversation. I think I might still have them like on as an email or something, but yeah, I was like, dude, like, you seriously, like, you just got mad over the fact that I'm not going to, like, make any videos with you. I think he was pretty much just trying, at the time when he barely had any subscribers, he was just trying to use my subscribers for, to gain views and stuff. And so, yeah, I'm like, bro, it's not happening. I don't want to be involved with you whatsoever and stuff. I'd rather, if it came down to it, I'd rather end my YouTube career and find a different career path. If it came down to either making videos with him or whatever, because I'm like, I'd rather not make any videos with you. It's like, it's like, I don't know, it's nothing against him as a person, but just who he is on YouTube, I cannot be involved with that. I'm sorry, but no. But yeah, 26, like the last few days of 2016, all of 2017, all of 2018, all of this year, dislikes from this particular YouTuber and his fans. Just dislikes. Why? I don't know. When half of the videos, not even half, a majority, like 96 or 97% of my videos have absolutely nothing to do with his videos. And then it's like, then on top of that, like having other videos, like disliking my other videos. Because at that point, that was just like, because now I was like, let me put it to the test, right? Let me put it to the test. Excuse me, but I'm like, I'm gonna like upload like gaming videos, music, a bunch of other different genres of videos. Let me just put it to the test and see if it's really about reaction videos. No, because they like originally they were trying to say it's because of my reaction videos. But then once I was uploading other videos, because I was like shouting out friends of mine, they were disliking that. And I'm thinking in my head, like, why are you disliking a shout out? And they're all like, oh, it's because you don't edit your videos. What do you have to edit in a shout out? You literally turn on the camera and say, hey, shout out to a good friend of mine. They make these videos, they do this type of stuff. Make sure you go subscribe to them. Period. Like, what is there to like edit about that? There's nothing to edit about that. Then I did post it like videos where it like required editing and work and stuff, and they were disliking that. So that's when I knew, I'm like, no, these guys is just haters. Like, they're not trying to help nobody. Like, that's why I'm like, they're overall been trying to say that for like the past like couple of years now. They were trying to help. I'm like, no, you're not. Originally, this was because I started this whole drama and stuff with just a robot. This is not because of no helping me on YouTube. So I'm like, I'm not hearing that. So anyways, I was like, that's just stupid. But then what else? Yeah, 2017. Oh, then it was a friend of mine's. I wouldn't really say it was like, it was weird because we like, I don't know. I don't really remember knowing her when I was in high school, but I guess she knew me. But I was like, it would make sense because early in the morning, I was loud. I was already acting crazy early in the morning. Plus, I'm over here drinking Red Bull and stuff. Yeah, I was over there. I was a wild child back when I was in high school. But she knew of me. But I remember, I think like some stuff went down in her life, and me, this is something that I always do. Like with anybody that I'm friends with, I have to say that's like a benefit of like having me as a friend. Or like knowing of me and stuff. Like if I see like, you know, you posting some like sad stuff on social media, I will respond to it and I will be all like, hey, like if you need someone to talk to, like I'm here for you. Like, you know, it's overall like I'll try to be a friend and all that stuff. Hear what you guys got to say. And I think I had said that to her. When did I say that to her? I think I said that to her in like 2015. I think it was 2015. And so 2017, because no, it was like I was kind of sketched about it at first, but because I remember she had hit me up. I think she said like hello, and I'm like, who says hello when they start off a conversation and stuff? I'm like, nobody don't be saying hello and things, but she said hello, and I'm like, hi, like I don't know how to respond to this, but like hi, like how's it going and stuff. So she was kind of like sending like, you know, like one word like answers and stuff back, And then I was like, cause no, it was before that. I remember a friend of mine had hit me up, and then I think their account was like hacked or something like that. Cause then they were all like, "Oh, you got like a $10,000 check in the mail. Go check your mail and stuff." And I'm like, I'm positive I don't have a $10,000 check in the mail. And they're like, "Go check. If you don't check, it's not gonna be." I'm like, I'm positive that I don't. And so I thought she was a hacker. I thought she was a hacker trying to contact me and things and take my money and stuff. But I was just all like, I'm like, I don't trust her. I'm like, why is she out of nowhere just sending me messages? Like, I'm like, I don't even know you like that and stuff. Like, yes, we are friends. Yes, we follow each other on social media, but I don't know you like that. Like, what? State your business. Why are you here? Like, you know how like when them like club guys, when they open up that little like peephole, like square, like window thing in the door at the clubs, and they be like, what you want? Like, what you doing here? Like, that's pretty much me. Like, I had the door like as cracked as possible, like when I was like opening up that door, just being like cool with her and stuff. But anyway, she told me then she had told me like what I had said back then, and I'm like, okay, she's a real person. This is really her and stuff. I'm like, this okay. So I'm like, this is a real person. This is not a hacker. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, that's all I needed to know. I'm like, because at first I didn't trust you. I honestly didn't trust you and stuff. So anyways, yeah, then after that, I was like, yeah, we were just like really, no, we were like just, after that, we just really hit it off. We were like good friends. We were over here playing like zombies almost all the time on Call of Duty and stuff. I mean, we haven't played lately, but yeah, it was like we were playing zombies all the time. What else did we do? Oh yeah, then I was like, there's a couple of songs I had made like dedicated to her and stuff. Like she was the like motivation behind the reason why I had created some songs, and so it's the it's actually no, it was a whole like EP. So it was a few songs actually, because it was a whole like heavy metal like EP that I had did, and that's the first time I ever even did something like that. And then it was 2 songs where it's like it was what I wanted and stuff. And so we had a heavy metal, and then it was, and I think that was like another thing, because she was saying like she was like subscribed to my YouTube channel, had watched some of my videos. I'm like, what? When did all of this even happen? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know you. And so yeah, I was just like, usually I'm like, it's like friends of mine that be telling me about YouTube, but it was just like, it kind of like, because I think I remember when I seen that she had subscribed to me, and I clicked on her channel, and I seen like she had liked some of my videos and stuff, and so I was like, oh, dope. I'm like, that's really dope. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, definitely. Yeah, it was like it was like definitely, that was like probably one of the greatest things that happened to me this decade, was becoming friends with my good friend. Her name's Priscilla and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely like, that's like one of the many blessings that I've had this decade. What else? She took me to my first concert. I had like a 16 or like a 15, 16-year-old kid like take my shoulder out that day, man. Going to my first concert, that happened. When did that happen? I think it was 2017 when that had happened. But yeah, she took me to my first concert. That was just, I did not wear the right shoes that day. I wore these shoes. It was these Adidas shoes called Alpha Bounce. Bro, my feet was torn up. I could barely even walk. Standing in one area, I'm like, bro, and I went to go see that artist NF. I'm like, bro, he needs that. Like, we need a place where there's some seats. Because I'm sitting down. Like, I should have got one of them wrestling chairs and just sat in the back. And then I was like, I remember it was like we were all like crammed together and things. Like, I remember I was standing in like behind her brother, and then I think was her 2 sisters there? I think they were. But yeah, we were like just all crammed into each other. Then there was like, I look over, and then that's when I seen the like 15, 16-year-old kid like hitting my shoulder, because I'm like, I know this ain't her. I'm like, no. I'm like, who is this? So turn over and look. She's like all the way in the distance. I'm like, how did she even? I didn't even see her move. I'm like, who was I looking at? I'm like, that's some weird stuff. I'm like, I'm going blind, bro. I'm like, that's not even right. And so yeah, she did that. Took me to my first concert. What else happened after that? Yeah, I was like, I think that was about it. Then she showed. I remember there was I went over there at her house, bro. It was seriously the most wildest thing. I'm like, I seriously like freaking salute to her. Like, no, seriously, like salute to her for living next to a train track. Yo, I remember we were sitting down like watching TV, and then I heard the train, and then everything had just started like shaking a little bit, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what's happening right now? The train freaking is like passing by, like you see the lights on the train like through the window, and I'm like, y'all chill with this, like y'all cool with this and stuff. And she was just like, yeah, like it's no big deal. Like I'm like, yo, I seriously have been so upset. I probably had jumped on that train and like told that like just I went and like I like put the guy in a hole to where he went to sleep and then just turned that train off. And I'm just all like, no, like that is not the time right now. I'm like, I can't, like I can. The thing is, I always like every time when I'm like sitting in my room chilling, I'm like watching TV or playing video games or something, and I hear that train go off, I just start thinking about her, and I'm like, that is so wrong, man. And it's like at hours where a person should be sleeping, and she's just so chilled with it and stuff. I was like, wow, that is some wild stuff. That's some serious wild stuff and things. So yeah, I'm like, then it was like that day was pretty cool too. That day was pretty cool. I freaking played zombies with her family. What else? Then she had me watch this like scary show and stuff. I'm like, I know, cause it was this show called Ghost. It's this show called Ghost Adventures, and we were watching it. And her dog was like, because she put her dog in the room, because the dog was like kind of like acting wild and barking and things, and so she put the dog in the room. Somehow the dog had got out, and then it had started making like a bunch of noises at the door. No joke. I don't even think I told her that, but I should, like, after I'm done recording this episode. But no, I was like, I heard that dog like fooling around with the door, scared the life out of me. Scared the life out of me when we're watching a show about ghosts, and then you started, like, they straight set me up. They were just like, they probably wanted to see what reaction I was going to have. I did turn my head really fast, because I was just like, yo, if I see, like, some, like, 6-foot tall creature just staring at us all, I'm jumping out the window. I'm seriously, because the window was right there. I think grass was underneath. But I was like, I'm straight slamming on that grass, and I'm running down that train track. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm like, I already knew my escape route had already, like, was pictured out in my head. I was like, I'm like, and you guys, like, if y'all want to follow, you guys can. But whatever this creature is behind us, like, I'm running from it. I'm like, I don't know what y'all expect. Like, I seriously, like, split second thought the place was haunted. I'm like, why would you guys turn the lights out, watch this TV show, and then have ghosts, and then invite me over, knowing that I'm a scary individual? Like, I'm not going to, I'm like, man, I'm like, you're a trooper for that one. I'm like, I couldn't do that. Like, no, it was funny. I think it was like next week I watched that show, but I watched it with the lights on, and I still got creeped out by the episode. I was just like, I don't understand that. So, but no, I had to say the one show that me and her, we be watching the things is Walking Dead. That show, yo, we would be like straight just like, man, I think when it's like the time is right and I'm able to do YouTube full time, like, no, I gotta create like some like talk show or something, or even no, freaking the TMossBoss show. There we go, the TMossBoss show. I gotta invite her on, and we gotta just sit down, just talk about all of our favorite moments of Walking Dead. Cause I'm like, when she told me she was a Walking Dead fan, I'm like, well, friends for life. That's all I gotta say. I'm like, that's as far as I see it and stuff. Like, friends for life. Don't really see any other way out of it and things. But I'm like, you're a Walking Dead fan. Yo, if she had said she was a wrestling fan and told me about all these different wrestlers, I'd know, like, nah, this ain't real. I'm like, somebody's straight up trying to, like, then that's when I thought, like, you are a hacker. Like, it went all the way back to day one. I'm like, nah, something ain't right about this. You like Walking Dead, okay, and what else? Like, then freaking wrestling. These are the two main things that I really like. What else? I'm like, and the video games at that. And I'm like, yeah, you are a hacker. And I'm like, and you're trying to take my life. You're trying to take my soul. And so, anyways, nah, that was definitely, I should tell her that. I'm like, this whole decade, I'm like, you definitely was like one of the blessings that I've had in my life. Like her, what other things? Freaking, I don't know, YouTube, Red Bull, because I started drinking Red Bull this decade. What else? Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. A lot had went down this year, and I'm honestly, or not this year, but I mean, yeah, this year and just this whole decade. So from 2010 to 2019, I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. I thank you. I thank you for having me go through middle school, high school. What else? A lot. It was like a lot had went down. So I appreciate you. I do. I really appreciate you. And then, yeah, we're going to start 2020, head all the way into, 2030. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? That is so wild. Man. And then then 2030, oh my gosh, I'm going to be freaking 30. Oh my, I'm going to be 34 years old. Wow. Because next year I'm going to be, 2020, I'm going to be 24. Dang, man, 2030, I'm going to be 34 years old. That is some wild stuff. Man, like, I just started thinking about that. Man, that's crazy. That is seriously crazy. So, anyways, to my fans, to my friends, to my family, to everyone in the world, from just a robot to everyone, Happy New Year's, okay? Happy New Year's to everybody. Hopefully next year it's just a little less hectic and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everybody and stuff. So thank you guys for then starting my podcast this year. That's another crazy thing. Now I never would have thought I had started a podcast. It's wild. It was just this was a wild year, a wild decade. Till the next decade, see what else goes down. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. So, that being said, talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.